Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Today, we're going to trial! Woo! Tots? Mr. Wright? Yeah? Why do you look so unhappy? Because we're about to lose. Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even happier. Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Maybe. Something overlooked. We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. I mean, like I was saying, defense attorneys lose trials. It happens. Is it career over if that happens? No. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is not ready at all, Your Honor, but here we go. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday we learned that there were other people present at the studio. Today I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Wonderful to be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? That's... How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm a director. I make the Steel Samurai new raffle. Dots. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. I forgot how I was actually voicing this guy. Were you at Global Studio on the day of the murder? Yeah, Your Honor. Oh, I was like kind of like a surfer nerd, right? Yeah, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of the day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. I was at the studio from like 9 in the morning to 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action runner through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone ate lunch at the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in the meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. So press him on everything. Yeah, press! Is that when you always come into work? Oh, no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, WFIW, I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was like, press! In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. Took a lot more time. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you already heard about it. But W twisted his ankle during the run-through, so... Oh right, thus the limp. Which, of course, led me to missing my lunch, roughs. Roughs? Rolling on the floor? Starving? I heard that everyone else ate lunch at the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooks some up. Blah, blah, blah. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. That meeting, the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. That's hardly believable, sir. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah. It's contradictory, because we saw plates. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manuela. Huh? What do you want, Sweats? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the one in the employee areas. Who ate lunch there? No, good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it, but I did eat, after all. Ugh. I don't like the way he moves his tongue. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all the trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Ugh. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then, drool. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. We're in the meeting until around 4. Press! What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manuela, the scripts of yours are not appropriate for students, or children. Could you believe it? Actually, I kinda can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no. You didn't take a single break. Well, yeah, no, not at one. Not at one. Not at one, so you just... Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press harder. Wait a second. Mr. Manuela, you just contradicted yourself in less than a minute. Didn't you just tell the court you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oh, Raffle? Well? Mr. Manuela, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job! Thank you, Ghost! If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manuela, your testimony, please. Irk! Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah, FWIW, what the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? No, we're looking that up right now. FWIW, meaning... For what it's worth. Alright. You kids and your snazzy elite speak. Chronos, this is from like 2003 or something like that. Yeah, well... Shut up. We took a break, Ruffle. But it was only 15 minutes. Only 15. That's like only 13 and base 12. What? Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me, Steams. It really depends on how big the T-bone steak is and how fast of a eater you are. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Yeah, I know, right? Like... Yeah, it really depends on the size and how fast you eat, but yeah, I don't think I could eat a steak in 13 minutes. Well, I guess really, yeah. My stomach's growling. Oh, well, whatever. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Just press him on everything, I guess. Press. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:15. 2:30? That's the time of death! So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and came back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Dots? But it was only 15 minutes. What is base 12? What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? Those were 2 plates on the table. Oh, right. The other one was D Vasquez plate. D Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for something to say commit murder. Why is that?
Objection!
Have we heard enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Seriously, you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical! Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? I claim it, and I claim it loud! If I agree to let everyone on the trail off the hook in the trial is over, Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I got the judge thinking now. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You edgy bastard. You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4, the path between the studio was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Objection! It's Mr. Monkey Head! Oh, you're right. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey Head barred the way. Dot. Objection. It's actually Mr. Monkey Head, yeah, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. Correct him! No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you lose this round. Oh. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manuela from the stand. What? It's over? A nice touch would have been having his pants sagging with his ass hanging out. His ass crack. It would have fit the stereotype way better. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence, a witness. Who is this witness, Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for now. October 19th, 11:04 a.m. There's no way that took an hour to question that man. Dots? Don't look at me with disappointment, Mia. It wasn't my fault. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in the trailer has an alibi... Dots, I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I'd never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? Oh, you're gonna hang, dog. It kind of seems like everyone in the courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, a hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks, Sniffle. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. I guess. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma to with his cruel questioning. You better believe I will! Nice to see Edgeworth taking a moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Fantastic. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange for a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. You have a donut crate? Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness? What? You just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. What the hell? 2nd grade? What are you, 7 or 8? I feel like I'm gonna get flagged for Googling this, but average age for a 2nd grader. Chronos is now put on a list, is 7 and 8. I get the feeling this is gonna be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you are speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops, you want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen. Very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in the courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had a bargain? You had a bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me everywhere I go. Phoenix, I wonder if you had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of that in the court records. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. So we're gonna probably have a better photograph then through his camera. Witness's account. I wanted to see the Steel Samurai rehearsals just once. I found a map on the internet and I went to the studio that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady couldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. And it totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyways, oh, so you didn't have your camera with you. I couldn't get to the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination, but be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. Dots. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Oh, I'm gonna press the living bejesus out of you until you never want to go to court again. I'll keep you clean. Press! You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do! I taped every show, and I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh! My dad always takes me. Poor dad. I mean, the dad might actually like going to spend time with his son. Phoenix, you don't know that. Was that day the first time you've been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk when you cut me off all the time? Jeez. I went through the woods, off the path. Yeah, old lady. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studio are in a valley there. If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow. I mean, that sounds like an important clue. There's like a trail on the path. Did nothing unusual happen on the way to your studio? The studio unusual? You see this monkey? You see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. You get lost in the woods. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio door, but I guess that's what happened next. When I came by the studio, there was a steel samurai. Steel samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. Let's see. What then? Totally rocked right before my eyes out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kind of far away. Huh, he's being awfully vague. Dots? What was the dots for? What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move. Not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. I have a camera. If you had your camera. You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? Guess seeing that killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use the gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say, because you're dead. Did we loop? Okay, yeah, we looped. Okay, let's look at the evidence then. It's on a map. Yeah, sure. Cody always carries it. Okay, so that's a contradiction then? So... yeah. Totally rocked. Okay, then we come here, present. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyways, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studio. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody. What? Yeah, so I had my camera. Well, so what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera, and did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stops moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, you're across the elimination. Yeah, booyah. So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No. Okay then, tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. Let's see, and what happened next? Then the bad guy just stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, and a samurai chop, and a samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, pups. How should I play this? Press him harder. Cody. What? Something was bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part? What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? And my point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure it out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He was watching something else. Show evidence. That's a good question. Show evidence. I don't have evidence, I think. Maybe? Like, maybe it fell right when the climax happened? I don't know. But I guess we'll find out next time, though. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, press like and below. If you're not subscribed yet, want to get my video second, check out some of the content, see if it's to your liking. Once again, thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great day.